Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are on a bit of a time crunch and you get very busy. So if you are finding it hard to get high ticket clients to trust you and to pay in full, and you want to hit $30,000 in profit every single month, then go ahead and register below. I promise you, you won't regret it. Now, for the some of you that can spare just a few extra minutes with me, let's dive in. If you're watching this, it's very likely that you're very, very good at what you do. Like genuinely good. Your clients get results. People who work with you are actually glad they did. And you're not some beginner fumbling through client delivery. You're a business coach, you're a business consultant. Maybe you even run an agency. You've built something real, you've got the skills and you've got the experience, but you're not where you should be. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you know it. But here's what's actually happening. One month you hit 25 grand. The next month you're scrambling to cover costs. One week your calendar's stacked and the second week it's a ghost town. You're relying on referrals. And now when referrals come in, life's great. You feel like you've cracked it. But then they stop or the river runs dry and you're back to square one. No pipeline, no predictability. It's just this feast and famine cycle that you can't seem to break yourself out of. And the really frustrating part, and trust me, I felt this when I was in your situation as well, is that there's people half as talented as you, probably half the IQ as well, who are still pulling really consistent months and getting unbelievable results. 50 grand, 70 grand, month after month. And you're sitting there wondering what they know that you don't. And let's be honest, it's not like you haven't tried. I'm not saying that at all. Maybe you've hired an agency before, spent 3 grand, 5 grand, maybe even more. They promised you leads, ran you some ads, and they ended up giving you just a spreadsheet with people's names on it. And the thing that's terrible, and it's what we're going to cover in the workshop to fix it, is most of these people either didn't show up or they weren't qualified. Some of you may have tried yourself, right? Watched the YouTube videos, built the funnel, got some traffic to it, but ended up probably not getting the results that you wanted to, or even worse, people are booking on your calendar when they're just pure tire kickers wasting your time. Or maybe you've done the content thing, right? Posted every day, built an audience, got the likes. The thing is, likes don't pay your mortgage. So in summary, none of it worked and you're more skeptical than ever. And trust me, I get it. I've sat on the other side of close to 1,000 sales calls with people in your exact position. And I hear the same thing almost every single time. I've been burned before and I just don't trust that this works for me. But here's the problem that nobody wants to tell you. The problem is never the ads, it wasn't the agency, it wasn't the funnel template, and it wasn't even your content. The problem is none of these things are actually addressing why people don't buy high ticket as much anymore. The real reason your revenue is inconsistent has nothing to do with paid ads or how good your offer is. It's the trust gap in all of the B2B markets widening in real time. 5 years ago, you could run an ad, send someone to a booking page and close them on the first call for 5K. That was actually the playbook and it worked. As you can imagine, that doesn't work anymore. The market has changed, people have been burned, and people are definitely not willing to hand over 5K for someone that they've just met 10 minutes ago on Instagram. There's way too much noise, people making outrageous promises. So simply put, the trust required for a stranger to buy a high ticket service has gone through the roof. And you probably guessed it by now, the businesses that haven't adapted to that and are trying to sell the old way are the ones being left behind and relying on referrals. But the beauty is that the ones that have figured it out are growing faster than ever. They're the ones hitting 30K per month in profit at the minimum. So think about it like this. Right now, someone clicks your ad or finds you on social. They land on a page, maybe they book, maybe they don't. And if they do book, they show up cold. They don't really know who you are. They're skeptical and you spend the first 20 minutes of the sales call trying to justify why you should even be able to pitch them in the first place. That is a coin flip at best. That's why your revenue spikes and then sometimes it dips. You're depending on strangers trusting you fast enough to buy. Now, let's imagine the opposite. Someone discovers you, but before they even jump on a call, they've watched a video that shows who you are, what you do, and the transformation you provided to other people exactly like that. On top of that, in the funnel, they've already had their biggest objections handled and they've already seen the proof. As you can imagine, by the time they sit down on the sales call, they're not asking, why should I trust you? They're asking, when do we start? Notice how that's the same traffic, same offer, completely different outcome. The only difference is what sits in between. And that in between is what we call the conversion ecosystem. And it's what I'm going to be breaking down on the live event. It's a system that bridges the gap from when someone finds out who you are, so all the way from the first click down to the sales call. And it's not one thing, it's an ecosystem. Like I said, it's 3 layers. It's your offer clarity, it's your pre-call trust building, and then it's the conversion infrastructure. I mean it when I'm saying it because I am living proof with this video right now. Cold traffic becomes warm pipeline, predictably and consistently. So we've built these systems for over 150 B2B service businesses right now, and we have about 1.2 million in combined monthly recurring revenue flowing through our client funnels. It's not magic, it's just infrastructure. It's just that some businesses don't have it. And just a bit of info on me. My name's Ruben. I'm 22 years old and I run a company called Optimally. And I actually studied astrophysics and mathematics at university, so I think about business and funnels in a very numerical fashion. Everything gets broken down, tested, and optimized. But I didn't start with always figured out, by the way. I started building websites as a teenager, and I was absolutely terrible at selling them. I had the skill to actually deliver, but I didn't have the conversion mechanisms, and that probably sounds familiar, right? Everything changed when I stopped thinking about random sales tactics, and I started thinking through that lens of conversion infrastructure. Since then, what we've done is we've been able to work with Casey Jones, who's now adding $25,000 in monthly recurring revenue every single month. And we scaled Liam from $40,000 to $180,000 a month in just 90 days. And Matt is no exception. He's consistently pulling 85k a month, so around $1 million in ARR through his funnel as well. Side note, he's also booking around 16 calls daily. Same story, all of these guys are great at what they do, they just missed the system. So looping this all back to what we're doing on this coming Wednesday, I am running a live workshop called How to Hit 30k per month in profit in a no trust market. And it's 75 minutes, might even be shorter than that. I'm going to walk you through what I like to call the traffic light assessment. And it allows us to assess different elements of your business in real time. So that's your ICP offer clarity, your conversion mechanisms, and then your sales process as well. And I promise you, by the end of that workshop, you'll know exactly what you need to fix in your business. So like I say, it's this Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, and 5 p.m. UK time. Now, I do want to be clear, this isn't for everyone. If you're just getting started and you haven't signed your first client yet, this is probably not the right room for you. But that said, if you are a business coach, a business consultant, or an agency owner in that range of kind of 5 to 50k a month, and you're good at delivery, so you're good at what you do, but you're struggling with the client acquisition side of things, then this will be the right fit for you. If you've been let down by an agency before but didn't understand your specific business, or you're relying on referrals and word of mouth, and you're ready to stop guessing and start building a real system, then register below. Now, some of you are going to be thinking, the skeptics out there, and I get it, it's fine. Is this just going to be a 75-minute sales pitch? No, the first 60 minutes is going to be pure framework, and you'll be doing that real diagnostic on your business, finding out the exact bottlenecks that are preventing you from scaling. And I can promise you that you'll come away from that session with more clarity than you would get from a paid consultation from some random agency owner. And on top of that, of course, I should mention this, everyone who joins up is going to get a free gift. And as Alex Hormozi would like to say, it's worth more than an NFT and it's less than a Bitcoin, right? And I will tell you what that is subsequent to registration. So once you put your details in, you will find out exactly what that gift is, and I'm sure you'll be very happy with it. It's only for the people that actually show up, so just keep that in mind. You have to be there live on the workshop to receive it. So register below, guys. It takes about 10 seconds. It's very, very quick. We've made it very easy for you, and you'll be locked in for Wednesday. I will catch you very soon.